Growing an epic beard takes time and patience. My name is Todd, and this is the end of month number 10 of growing out an epic beard. However, if you've watched 1 through 9, those happened in 2024 to 2025, and then I shaved off my beard in 2025 in May. So this is 2026. And this is the end of month number 10. So I'm back on the journey. Didn't really have any plans of growing an epic beard. It just kind of happened and I just kind of continued it. Got my tools here. My wall clippers, scissors, beard comb, Brio Beardscape, and I've got a towel that's laying over the sink so that it's real easy for me to fold up the towel, take it out to the backyard, shake it, and then I have no cleaning up in the bathroom. My wife loves that. Did I say my name is Todd? Let me take my glasses off and let's get started. So, just combing out my beard here. Every beard's different. My beard is kind of coarse and can be wavy and a little bit of curl. I do not have a straight beard. Some guys just have straight hair growing out. Love that. Hey, it's not about right or wrong or who's got the better beard. If you're on this beard journey, just embrace it wherever you're at. Know that beards grow out crooked. If you think about it, if you have chin hair that starts here and grows down, that's going to take longer than neck hair that is here and grows down. So you always have to keep that neck hair trimmed up so that it's not hanging below your beard. However, you don't want to keep it too trimmed up because if you remove the neck hair back here, your beard is not going to have the backdrop it needs and might be see-through or kind of translucent. So, month number 10, there's not a lot going on here. We're going to get the boundaries taken care of. Boundaries. And then you're not going to do anything unless you're watching this. We're going to make sure this kind of goes straight down and we get rid of the scragglies that like to hang out like that. Okay. I recently did the side of my head and I did a good job of fading from really nothing to my beard. So we don't have to worry about that today. I keep up with my mustache probably every other day or so, just to keep it off the top of my lip and keep it from just looking too unmanicured. So once a month I get together with my wall clippers and we go to town trying to keep the beard looking nice and neat as it grows. So just like trimming a bush outside, right? You got to manicure it and make it take a shape for it to continue to grow. Some guys don't have to do that. They reach a stage and it's fine and they use beard products and stuff like that. I do use some beard balm or some beard butter if I'm going out, just to keep the hairs from being scraggly and keep them tame. Every night I use beard oil after my shower. It's mostly for your skin underneath so it doesn't get dry, but it also does soften my beard. White beards, gray beards are more coarse. They get dry and they need conditioner and oil and stuff to help them stay soft. I know when my beard starts to get dry, it looks worse and crackly. So I have a mirror in front of me that I'm going to be leaning in and doing a lot of looking at. So if I'm not looking at you, that's why. I think I've already brushed this out, combed this out. So let's go ahead and take care of this side. What I like to do is comb this hair over. And so what this does is not only kind of debulks it right here, but it lines it up on this boundary line on this side. You know, the other day when I was using these clippers, I noticed they were not cutting properly. And I'm not sure they're cutting properly. Let me do that again. I feel like it really didn't take anything off. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's hair on my shirt, but I feel like it's not doing a good job. Let me try the Beardscape, see what's happening here. Yeah, Beardscape seems to be cutting just a little bit better. The problem with the Beardscape, well, I guess it's just a little bit less wide than the wall, but not by much. So 2025, a year ago, if you were watching these videos, you saw my beard journey. I had a hair growth journey too. My hair was really long everywhere, and I ended up cutting that off and going bald and doing a balding thing. I did a review on that. So just kind of growing my hair out on top now. Not sure what the destination is going to be with that. I'm just kind of enjoying the journey. And that's a good metaphor for life, you know? Enjoy the journey. Don't get caught up in the destination, because the destination could change. You might end up on a destination you didn't think you were going to be on, and that's okay. And a lot of bulk over here. It's just proof that beards, they just grow differently. They don't grow straight everywhere. So I noticed watching my videos back in 2025, I was obsessive about getting the hair off my shirt after like every time I used the clipper. I'm not gonna do that. It doesn't need to be off my shirt. Okay, so kind of debulk that just a little bit. Let's go down here. Yep. Looks pretty straight. Looks pretty good. I also need to get up underneath here. I'll probably do a razor shave of my neck this weekend. There's some stuck hairs. That kind of hurt. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. Let me trim up. You know, the rule is two fingers above your Adam's apple. It's kind of the line as you grow out your beard. But as my beard grows, I'm not gonna worry about trimming this up as much, because this neck hair will support and give my beard a backdrop as it grows longer, so that it doesn't become see-through, transparent. And I'm pretty much at that stage. I probably need to stop worrying about that, because I'm right over the 2-finger line right there. So maybe I'll just let that grow. But when you look at it from the side, you know, I don't think it's quite there yet, actually. I think I need to still keep this trimmed up, maybe for another 3 months or so, if I make it that long. I'd like to make it to a year this time. That was the goal from 2024 to 2025. It was to make it a year. I've grown out several epic beards over the past 10 or 15 years, and my longest one was 2 years old, and it was down to about there. Let me remove that notification there. Okay. So looking back at pictures, I was like, man, that's an epic beard. Like, I got to do that again someday. So what I'm going to do now is, there's some scraggly hairs sticking out forward, and I'm just going to look and trim. I watched one of my months, might have been month number 9 or month number 8, and I kept missing a spot, like over here or over under here. And I was just like, bro, you got to get that. And I never got it. And so I'm trying to make an effort to see from the side, like not missing any point. And here's the thing. You miss a spot, you see it after you get out of the shower, you know, tomorrow before you take a shower, you can always get it. You can come back and get it. So, all right. Got the lines here, 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 here. Now let's get this. And so what you do is you tilt your head up just a little bit. You want to go back, okay? And some people might be like, you're cutting the length of your beard. Why would you ever do that? So that it grows out healthy, and beards grow weird and not 100% symmetrical. So you're looking to clean all that up. Okay. I like to look here too. Sometimes I'll be on Zoom and you know, you see yourself differently on camera sometimes, and I'll be looking at myself and I'll be like, oh, my beard's crooked. Like I need to go to the bathroom, right? Or when I get off the Zoom, I need to go to the bathroom right now and just kind of even it out. Or I see these hairs here that are I call them scraggly. So for those who were hanging out with me in 2024 and 2025, I wonder what's new in your life. Obviously, we're all a year older here. Last year, 2025 in May, right before, right after I shaved off my epic beard and cut my hair, I had a heart ablation, which was successful. And it treats AFib, which is an irregular heartbeat. And the summer was surprisingly hard recovery. I was tired, didn't feel myself. I was still on my medication, which had side effects. But I just wanted to be done. I only had one AFib episode after the ablation, and that was 2 weeks, within 2 weeks of having the ablation. Landed in Orlando, Florida, was in an Uber, and just riding through a massive lightning thunderstorm, and it just set me off. Went into AFib, got out of AFib, but that wasn't fun. I was like, oh man, I don't want to go into AFib after this ablation. Let's double check here. Just pulling out those beard hairs that get hidden inside of your beard, because my beard is not straight, and they'll curl up and they'll hide back in there. So I made it to September, where I was able to get off my medication, and I'm a runner, walker. I think last year I got 1,250 miles in. A lot of those were speed walking, but some of it was running. I have to run because I'm not burning the calories that I need to burn walking. So, but my cardiologist doesn't want me running more than like 4 or 5 miles, and I've got to kind of hang out at a between 9 and 10 minute mile pace. And I don't love that, because I used to do marathons and half marathons, and I had a goal of qualifying for the Boston Marathon, and I never did. I was like 10 minutes short. And my fastest half marathon was pretty smoking, but I never reached my goal. My goal was an hour and a half finish, and I got to 1:30, 1:10, and then like 1:30, 1:32, 1:33:01, 1:30, blah, blah, blah. But I could never get to an hour and a half marathon. So close. I never did it, and now I never can, because long distance running is fast and long distance running is not good for the old ticker. Running is good for the ticker. The heart is a muscle, yeah, and those exercises. But man, I would give anything to train again for a half marathon and just line up on the start line and just try to go for it. As I try to one last time of pulling these hidden hairs out, and then I was very scared of going in for a heart ablation, because in 2016 I went in to get hernias repaired laparoscopically. Outpatient surgery, it's gonna be fine. And they nicked my aorta on the way down to my leg, and they had to cut me open 9 inches and save my life, 2 blood transfusions, and I still had hernias. And it was time to get those taken care of, because the insurance was going to cover it after the heart ablation. We met our deductible. So really, the heart ablation gave me some confidence to go in and get the hernia repair, direct hernia repair this time. And I did that in November of 25. And the recovery from that was more than I expected too. Painful. And really only, I would say 2 or 3 weeks ago, have I felt like the old me. So you're talking about all of December, January, February, March, 4.5 months of, I was running, I was walking, I'm active. It wasn't like I was laying up on the couch not feeling like myself. But now I feel like I can go out for a run and recover well and not feel like I'm tired, you know? So I'm 53 and love to continue to run and walk and be active outside. And it just feels good to be able to do that again, even though I'm not racing. So that's been my life. If you were in the past here watching these videos, growing out an epic beard months 1 through 9, and you're back for end of month number 10, welcome back. In the comments, I'd love to hear from you. How's your life been? The good, the bad, the ugly, let me know. Yeah, let me know. It's hard. Years can be hard. Years can be lonely. A lot of changes have happened, but man, still plugging away one day at a time, that's for sure. So I think that's all I'm gonna do. As I pick up the trimmer and find a couple things. That's it. Like, again, look at the hair on my shirt. We're not talking about major getting in there and hedge clipping. We're just tightening up the border so that it looks presentable, so that it looks, for me, so that I don't have a scraggly beard. Look, if you have a scraggly beard and you don't want to mess with all the maintenance with the mustache and everything, you do you. I'm doing me. And this is the end of month number 10. I'll probably clean up here, take a shower, reevaluate, do some, I've got some beard wash and conditioner I'll put in and see if any scraggly hairs come out. And when I'm out of the shower and get my beard dried, if I have a couple that are like, you know, somewhere sticking out, I might take my scissors and just, you know, not create a mess. But oh my gosh, I cut my beard when I did that. I don't think I hit anything, you know, just kind of go in and get any scragglers. So that's that. End of month number 11 will be the end of month of May or early June 2026. Hope you can come by for that. Maybe I'll talk again about mustache wax and cutting a V in your mustache so that you can eat food without feeling like it's getting all over your mustache. Talk about that. Maybe we'll do some beard butter review or something like that too. So have a good month. Hope to see you for the end of month number 11. Take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll talk soon.